Hi, I'm Rajshri. Welcome back. Introduction to Business Communication. Succeeding in the new workplace. One has to understand how to achieve the success at the workplace. First one is effective communication is the key ingredient in professional success and personal fulfillment. We all need to effectively communicate our thoughts, our emotions to the co-workers, friends, or others. A complete communication cycle includes both ability to clearly express a message and to accurately understand the message of others. So it's nothing but a crystal clear sender, a crystal clear recipient in the picture. Let's look into the factors that bring change at the workplace. Heightened global competition. One has to understand that the world that we are in right now, the world that the organizations are in right now are globalized. We have to understand, you have to have proper communication to flatten the managerial hierarchy. You have a transparent structure in the hierarchy when you're talking about successful communication. Expanded team based management. We have heard about the term, boundaryless. You have to understand, now the team are not, locally present. We have teams that we have to manage remotely as well. So you have to understand there is a need for strategic, successful business communication there. Innovative communicating technology. You have to understand the importance of technology when it comes to communication as well. New work environment. We all have been through the pandemic. Now we understand, what is the requirement of the new normal. We all know what is our new normal. We were working from home. We need communication that is not face to face anymore. We have interventions. We have technology that comes into the picture. Increasingly diverse workforce. It's very important that we are in a diverse world, work culture. We have people from different walks of life. We have people from different cultures that is out there. Thriving in the our age of knowledge. You have to understand that now, we all are looking at shared economy that is purely on, we are looking at concepts like knowledge economy. That is nothing but we work, we make, we sustain businesses through communication. Let's look into the 7 C's of effective communication. First one is completeness. It's very important that both the sender and the receiver understands the complete message. Why do you need a complete message? Is to ensure that the understanding of the concept or the decision or the requirement is clear. Second one is conciseness. It is nothing but how briefly, how correctly, how accurately can you explain without using those jargons, without using those flowery language. Third one is consideration. One has to carefully pen, thoughtfully put together their thoughts, the information, the data, and communicate it accurately. The fourth one is clarity. Very important again. Clarity in thought and clarity in the way the communication is sent out by the sender. That is when the information is being received correctly by the receiver. Concreteness, very important again. You have to understand a communication or an information has to be concrete and well defined, especially when you're talking about business or an organization, because you have stakeholders at different levels. You have stakeholders internal, your employees, your managers, your leadership. You have stakeholders that is external, that is, your vendors, your investors. It's very important that the information is concrete. Courtesy, something that has not to be forgotten. Being polite and respectful in the choice of words, in the choice of gestures, in the choice of, body language that you put ahead in front of the organization's, purview. Correctness, as it is last but not the least. It's the most important part of communication. Your communication content has to be correct. It should not be having any ambiguity. It cannot have any volatility in the concept. Now, let's understand what is the process of communication. It's quite easy, as we all have heard, experienced, read. Now, let's understand of the same in a very basic format. First, the sender has an idea. Next, the sender encodes the idea into a message. Third step is nothing but the message travels through a channel. In an organization, this channel can be an email, can be a verbal, can be a draft. Receiver decodes the message. The receiver has to get the information in the format the sender has sent it. Responding to the sender. One should understand there is a difference between reaction and response. Here, we are clearly mentioning the importance of responding to the sender. A reaction is usually an involuntary function. You know, it's something that just comes out of our experience, our thought process, our prejudice. But responding is a clear thought process. You think before you answer. That is what is responding to the sender that entails. Thank you.